Good morning, you motivational, sexy ninjas. It's Monday morning, and that means on Mondays, what we do is we go through my week, what I've done, and what I want to do this week. What did I do last week? Do you know what? I can't fucking remember. I can't actually. It's one of those weeks where, where you don't really know what you've done, but I've done stuff. I don't actually know what I've done. So let's not focus on that. I went to gym 3 times. And I did 17,700 steps per day on average. So hopefully, I'm going to do more, but I'm traveling this week. I've got a few, I've got to go and see some sites that I'm looking into. So hopefully I might be back tomorrow. I might be back it might be one night I'm away. It might be 2. Depends how far I get and what I do. I'm going to Barney else. I think I'm going to Scotland. There's one down south and there's one up north in Scotland that I'm looking at. So I haven't actually decided what I'm going to do. But what I have decided is I'm going to take my personal brand, whatever. I'm going to take, not this, Hacking Self-Storage, my storage brand. I'm going to start earning money from it. I want to start earning money. 2 reasons. 1, I think I'd be crazy not to. And 2, I want to diversify. I think that all my eggs are in one basket. And do you know what? I feel like I need to maximize this opportunity. If I can make 150, 200 grand a year from my personal brand, which I should do, by the way, I've got people asking me all the time to consult for them. I don't want to do that because it's swapping time for money. But would I do a course? Hell yeah. I've already thought, right, I can do a number of different courses. So I want to start taking my personal brand more serious. I want to start putting on LinkedIn more. And so this week, this week is going to be all focused about my personal brand, posting on LinkedIn more, podcasting more, and just increasing my newsletter outreach. Because at the minute for newsletter, we've only got 271 subscribers, which is really good. We've got a massive open rate, but I'm going to start trying to acquire customers through that channel as well. So I'm going to start doing that more. So that's my number 1. That's everything else. This next quarter, before Christmas, I want to have a course out. I want to have a really, really good course. So everything now is focused towards that. And ultimately next year, I want to make 150 to 200 grand, 200 grand a year. Ideally, that's what I make from my personal brand, which means that I need to sell 200 courses for £1,000 a month. And how do I do that? Break it down. There's my goal, £200,000 I want to make. So therefore, what do we need to do for that? Podcast sponsorship. I reckon I can get 40 to 50,000 pound a year from podcast sponsorship and newsletter sponsorship. So there we go. It goes down to 150 grand. Right. What can we do to make that? I can do consulting if I want, but it's going to have to be really, really expensive for my time. Would I do something for £3,000 a day? Maybe, but then would people pay £3,000 a day? I don't know. Am I valuable at £3,000? Yeah, hell yeah. But would people pay it? I don't know. So there's a possibility for that. I want to bench that because I don't really like that idea. Could I do calls? Could I do an hourly calls? Yes. Could I do a mastermind? Yes. But do I want to do both of them? Because again, it's swapping time for money. Yes, you're getting a lot of money for a mastermind. But is it down the route I want to do? Something I can definitely do is, as you can see, I'm brain farting now on here. Something I definitely want to do is I want to do courses. I want to make sure that I do a course because then I'm spending time once and getting paid for a long time afterwards. So, for example, a course, could I get 150 people sign up to my courses? That means that it's like 12 a month. Is it 150 divided by 12? 150 divided by 12 equals, 13 a month, 12.5 a month. Could I get 12 people, new people, a month signed up to my course? Probably, possibly. So there we go. So I'm going to break it down. And also this week as well, what I'm also doing is focusing on Mansfield as well, because Mansfield, we need to do a leaflet for Mansfield because we need to do a leaflet drop, let people know we're opening, start with a bang. So how do we open at Mansfield? We want to start with a bang. Ideally, I want to start with 10%. I want in the first week, I want to get 10%. I want to have 2,000 square foot moved in. So how do we do that? What do we do? If we've got to, again, start with the end in mind. So I want to move in 2,000 square foot in the first week. How do we do that? What do we do? So I'm going to brain fart and brain dump this week doing that as well. So I'm going to Mansfield to have a look around, see what's happening. And so what do we do? What do we do there? How do we do that? So you always start with the end in mind and then you work backwards. It's like Wrexham as well. Wrexham, another self-storage site of mine. I want to make 200 grand a year from that site, right? 200 grand a year. That means I need to take like £300,000. How do I take £300,000? And we strip it back to the monthly revenue. Right, I need to get more containers in. I need to increase the lettable square space. I need to get containers in, and we need to market. And yeah, so start with a goal and work backwards. That's a lot easier. That's the way I like doing it as well. Bite-sized chunks, because when you think £200,000, wow, that's a lot of money to make a year. How are you going to do that? Yeah, but when you simplify it, it's 13 customers, £1,000 a month. Right, how do I do that? And so we start with the end and we go backwards. All right, my friends, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you later.